Hi, how's everybody doing? All right, today I wanted to talk about beliefs. We spoke about awareness and how when we're aware of what we think, um, it gives us a step ahead to connect to how we're feeling, because what we think creates how we feel, right? And a lot of that process is affected by our belief system and our views, right? So I wanted to just do a little exercise with you, and I'm going to put these on. Okay, I put these on because obviously these are sunglasses, and I like them because they had the little hearts on them. But the reason that I would be using these is we all have different views of the world, right? We have all different belief systems based upon our upbringing, right? Our family of origin, the school we went to, our family dynamic, right? Whether we had both parents, one parent, raised by grandparents, extended family, siblings, no siblings, only child, like all these things impact how we see the world, right? So if we can picture that we're all wearing a pair of sunglasses, right? A pair of glasses, and you could put on the glasses each thing that affects your view, right? And you would see that we're all looking at the world through a different set of lenses based upon our experiences. Now, the reason why that's so important is we think that everyone thinks the way we do and sees what we see, right? And has experienced what we've experienced, right? Because we judge others, right? We judge others through this lens that we have, right? So I mentioned it in one of my prior videos as an example, someone who comes from a household where both parents are present and active and interactive with their children, and there's multiple children, right? And there's a whole family dynamic, right? So we're going to view the world through that lens, right? Because that's our experience. But now if we look at someone else and we see all we see is what they're doing at the particular time, doing or not doing, whatever the situation is, we don't know what their experience is, right? We don't know what their family dynamic was. We don't know what their view of the world is, right? But we're going to judge them based upon our view, the lens that we look at the world through. And that's big, because judgment is a huge part of healing. The lack of judgment contributes to healing, right? And us judging others as well as judging ourselves can contribute to a lot of pain, right? For ourselves and for others. So what we want to practice is, if you're looking to, continue on your healing journey, a big part of the healing journey is to not judge, right? Don't judge yourself or others. Everyone's doing the best that they possibly can, right? With the knowledge that they have, the experiences that they have, the wisdom they have, right? We're all doing the best we can, right? So the more we sit in a place of non-judgment, the easier it is to be non-reactive as well to what's going on around us, right? If we can, when we become healed and whole, right, and all our chakras are balanced and aligned, and our emotions are in check, and we have mastered our emotional balance, if you will, then we can sit back and just observe others, right, and not judge. Someone might be doing something over here, and we can observe it as just a third party. We're observing it, right? The minute we judge is when we start putting labels on things, or we make someone right or wrong. We make someone good or bad, It applies to every situation, really. So the more that we can have our lens and recognize that we have a lens and that we look at the world through our unique view. No one else has the same exact view that you have, because no one else has lived your same exact experience, right? That's why you'll hear people talk about how children, that come from the same family, like one child, there might be something that was going on or went on, and the other child hasn't, right? And we go, oh, how'd that happen? They came from the same upbringing in the same household. And the reason that is because each individual has their own experiences, right? We never think of these things, right? Say it's when we do a child comparison like that, one's older than the other. Well, that means the one child had a level of experience for X a number of years before the other child was even introduced into the scenario, right? So the parents' behaviors or method of parenting could be one way with one child, and then when there's multiple children, their method of parenting could change, and or their tolerance could change, right, from one child to the other child. There's so many complex, intricacies of each person's experience that the minute we sit in judgment of another, we're dismissing that each person has had their own lens that they look at life through. And there's a lot of things that we don't even know what happened to people, right? We don't even know what their experience was. We make assumptions, right? We assume certain things, and we can be wrong when we assume, right? So it raises our vibration, and it affects the viewer in a healthier, more balanced way when we don't judge others. Because when we just sit in observation and we don't have emotional reactions to what other people are doing, we're in balance and our emotions are balanced, our chakras are balanced, right? And we're in control of ourselves and our emotion. There's no need to be reactive to others and to judge others. And you'll notice if you come across someone who's in that aligned, peaceful, balanced place, even your interactions with that person will be pleasant, right, and calm. They're not sitting, well, what did you do, and what about that, and what about this, and what about, well, you should have done this, you should have done that, all those type of things. You can feel that on the receiving end from another person when they're sitting in judgment of whatever you're discussing or describing to them, right? And it doesn't feel good. So we want to stay in a vibration, a higher vibration of feeling good. And to feel good is to just worry about ourselves, go within ourselves, balance our own emotions, heal and address any wounds or scars that we have inside that might keep us, right, from being in that balanced place. And when we can live from that place, others around us will notice that. They will feel the lack of judgment, the lack of stress, right? And resistance. A lot of it's about resistance as well. So when we can sit in non-judgment and non-resistance to what is, it frees us, right? It frees us from life and from a lot of pain and heartbreak too, right? And it's a gift that we can offer others, to not judge them and to not sit in judgment and comparison, excuse me, and just come from a compassionate, loving space, right? So these glasses as well, they have the hearts on them. So we can, and I chose them purposefully because we can look at life and look at others. I'm sorry, my camera. We can sit in life and just look at others through a lens of love, right? That's one of the highest vibrational frequencies that we can be in, is in love. So if we just see others as God sees them, or universe, higher power, angels, whatever your belief system is, if we can view them as they were created, which was a seed or an essence of love, then when we view others in that way, we free ourselves and we free others from the trappings of our ego-based world, right? Our competitive, me first, ego-based world that we live in. So it's a gift to ourselves and it's a gift to others when we live in that space, okay? That's just something I thought was important. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.